Hey everybody, and welcome back for season 4 of Nick&Whit vlogs. Today we're gonna do a activity board for Asher. It's a piece of plywood that's gonna have a whole bunch of little nicks and knacks on it that he can play with and just get used to those fine motor skills and everything, like light switches, door knobs, door handles, all these other things like that. So let's just get into it.
Okay guys, you guys know Nick was working on the base of our board for our toddler busy board. Ash has shown us that there are a lot of things that we're not doing right, and one of them is occupying his time. So he learns from doing just about everything, and he loves cause and effect. So I'm going to show you guys some of the tools that we're going to put together on his busy board to help him to learn and explore, but in like a more stationary place, because running around behind him is a full like job. So let's get into it. Here are some letters that I got from Dollar Tree. My plan is to either spell his name or to decorate the board in the alphabet. At the top, I got this water wheel set from Target. I'm going to use the orange and purple ones. In fact, let me take them out the box. It is a water set intended for the bathtub, but we're going to just pop off the suction cups and use them as gears, because gears were really expensive and hard to hell to find, really. We have been looking on Amazon and like Michael's and stuff like that, and so they did not have exactly what we were looking for. This was $5. The next up is a chain door guard for him to just practice sliding the chain door. This foam roller, I wish this wasn't foam. I wish it was some type of plastic, but just for him to experience textures. And this came from the Dollar Tree as well. Of course, this probably came from the hardware store, I don't remember. This little light switch is a pro at turning on and off lights, but this light switch is awesome because what? Now y'all know Nick wanted to put some color LEDs in here, but we just gonna do it on there how it is. These cute little frames. These are like picture frames that I got from the Dollar Tree. This one is a chalkboard frame, and this one was just like a little, but I don't know, but it was in the art project aisle at the Dollar Tree, and my plan is to use them as either a picture frame where I can cut his picture down to size and hook the hinges on to open and close the door like that, or I'm going to take this hole back off, and it's just glued on, so that will be very easy. Take the hole back off, and then he learns to open and close it like that. Here are some pictures of us. I'm probably not going to use either of those pictures. I'm going to likely use a picture of him for him to understand self-awareness and identify himself. He does say his name. He can say Asher. It mostly comes out like Asher. But y'all get the picture. I'm proud of my baby. He say Asher. I'm one of them parents now that be like, you hear my baby talking to you? And he said, ga 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 ga. You hear my baby talking to you? Answer him. So a mirror, and this came off one of his play sets. So if we ever have a second child, that child is gonna be out of luck when it comes to having a mirror on this play set. And a caster, so a wheel that he can just spin, obviously, and it spins around like this, ain't gonna spend it like that. I don't have the hardware tool set that I'm using, but I do have the Mod Podge that I'm going to use for the letters. They are stickers, they're poster stickers. So what I'm going to do is use some good old-fashioned Elmer's glue and glue them onto the board first, and then go over it with Mod Podge so he can't lift it off. And then the teacher staple E6000, that's gonna glue down those gears and the light switch. And we're only using this upper part of the foam roller. I figure out if we're gonna cut it. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're only gonna use that part. So everything else, including the mirror, this might get the E6000 as well, but everything else will be drilled down, nailed down. I just wanna make sure I get it into a good place to see how it's going to look once it's all together. So I'm thinking this is probably the placement where I want stuff to go. Here is the chain lock, and this little lock, you can always put a stopper there, or just like some something, you know, tacky, sticky, because you're gonna drill it into the board, and that'll keep this little piece from coming out. And I'm thinking I'm just gonna put his name down here so that this space isn't just blank. I haven't fully decided what I want to do yet with this part. I really want the foam roller there. I just don't know how to actually get it on there without so that it actually rolls. But I did, like I said, I picked the photo of him because I want him to learn self-awareness. And we'll just hinge those two things together. Honestly, you can get most of those pieces individually. I'm looking for a pencil, y'all. I don't know how. As a teacher, I don't have not one doggone pencil. But you know what? Nick has a ton of mechanical pencils that he just bought. So he be taking my felt tip pens. I'm going to take his pencil. Let me go ahead and draw this up. Let me get the aphasia, I swear. Let me get the precision screwdriver so I can get the suction cups out. Ah, they got me. This thing is like wrapped around here, and there is like no way I can pull it off. So I am just going to cut it off. So I'm just gonna carefully, I keep saying it out loud, so maybe I'll do it carefully. Oh, I'm cutting the plastic. Carefully try to cut this away. Well, doggone, can you just take the whole thing out? Because if that's the case, then now that it's flat, I can just all right. So I've traced everything, y'all, and I'm already tired. I'm going to kind of wait for Nick to get here so I can have all of my hinges and things together and ask him about this new level. that he has and see if I can use that for just making sure everything on the board is straight and not all cattywampus. I have a tendency to lean towards the cattywampus. So far I could say it looks pretty legit. I like it. It's a little colorful. It's gonna be so much better once we put his letters on, his name on it at the bottom. I know y'all know his name is Nicholas and we call him Asher, but ain't no way in the world I could fit Nicholas on this board. But okay guys, so Nick should be here any minute. Maybe I can nod off for a second. Stay tuned. So I went ahead and placed his letters. Unfortunately, in the pack, the only color for A is red and the only color for H is red. And I don't want to say perfectionist in me, but the creative side of me just cannot stand this. I can't stand it. And I can't even play around with the other letters to create a different kind of A. Because I was looking at the green R to be like, oh, y'all can't even see it. I was gonna play with this little R to see if I can make it into like a bubble A or something, but it wasn't working. It wasn't working either, so, or even the H and just trade off one of these other colors. But hey, I'll live with it. It's not terrible. It took me a minute to come back. We had to make sure the setup was right so you guys could see everything in its entirety. I'm gonna go ahead and glue down some things. What I did think about was, because the light switch is battery powered, I'm going to use these Velcro fasteners so that I could just pull it off whenever I need to update the batteries. These are the hinges that'll likely go on this part. Nick, where's the drill? But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. You guys know I already drew out where everything is gonna go, the placement of everything, so I am pretty much all set with that. And these are already cut in half because I bought these like a few years ago for my classroom, but I think these are only the soft ends, of course. But I have 4 whole parts, and I also have some ones by, what is it, the ones that you pull off the back. Anyway, I have some by them as well. So I'm just gonna attach them on the sides, like 1, 2, 3 here. So hopefully they stick. They'll sit on there for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and drill in exactly where I want this to go. Like I said, I need to put a stopper there so that doesn't come off and he doesn't get frustrated by it. I guess I could use one of these little Velcro pieces. We'll see, we'll see. But so here's the screws for that. I'm going to use these that will likely sit flush with our board. 1, 2, and then probably do 2 on this side as well. I'm going to go ahead and attach, well, glue down his picture. So just a dot, not a lot. And you can always get like the precision knife to cut it up if you need to take it out and replace it. But now I'm just gonna place this in the center. Make sure it's straight because I don't want it to dry crooked. So this is just in need of a regular precision screwdriver. decided to just glue this part down, so that means this part isn't going to be done because I have to wait till this cures. But glue this part down. I went ahead and attached the light. It is a little, you guys see, it's a little rocky because the whole thing hasn't been attached. The batteries go in these two areas, so I can only attach the Velcro to the middle. I did go ahead and attach the mirror with the E6000, and I attached the gears. You guys see, it's gonna frustrate me when they don't all turn. There we go. I made sure I glued them in the order in which they would turn all together simultaneously, as a gear should, but life just doesn't like me like that, so I'm gonna wait till these cure to make sure they don't frustrate him, because this foolishness will bother me. So I could not find my Elmer's all-purpose glue, but I did find some school glue. Great tip, if you are like, you only use Elmer's, you only use Crayola, if you have a Kroger in your neighborhood, wait till back to school, because the Crayola 24 pack is 25 cents. Yes, that's it, a quarter, and you can get you some crayons. So what I normally do is, I think their limit is like 4, so I'll go for a couple of days and like load up on some, because invariably when I was teaching, kids just wouldn't have any school supplies when they get to school, so I made sure at least 10 students had a full bag, because I would also make their little bags. And so I would get the glue, which was, I don't even think the glue was a quarter. Crayons and the glue were like 25 cents at Kroger, and that's where I would go every year. Been teaching for, I don't even know how many years now, 6, 7 total, I can't remember. Anywho, that's where I go to load up. But I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna start with the H, since that's his middle letter. These are poster stickers, so they are already sticky on the back, but Elmer's glue is gonna help it stay stuck. Now I could use, oh, that's way too much glue. I feel like my students have. But I could just use the E6000, but I just use that sparingly because of the fumes. It is so strong. So my H is in the middle of my board, like that. And you guys see I use way too much glue. Whose big old hand is over here stealing my drill? I still needed it. Let me get my wheel down.
That's an impact drill.
You an impact drill.
You gon' mess. There you go. That drill is too strong.
Nick forever be talking trash. Yeah, but this is a tiny screw, so he might be right. Oh, big head Joker. That's why nobody like you. Y'all need to be wanting to see me use power tools. But we're gonna keep this PG. He just want to see me use power tools, y'all. Put some sexy music in this clip.
Really?
Happy.
Thank you.
You drill Nazi.
One of us needed this drill for the purposes it's used for.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna put the other letters together, just moving outward. This is how his name is looking. I'm okay with it. I'm not terribly pleased, but it's okay. Alright guys, and I'll join you with the finished product, or finishing up the product, very soon. Alright, so hopefully today is the very last day that I'm working on this very simple busy board. Things to finish up. This finally dried, the hinge finally dried on the frame, so I'm gonna attach that. And right on the front, Mod Podge, the letters. Add this screw, and y'all, this gonna have to be a blank space because I really don't know what to put here. Maybe some more letters because I'm drawing a blank as to what to do with the dowel rod. We were gonna make a little, I told you guys, like a paper towel rod. That's just not gonna happen, and I'm ready for this board to be done. So I'm gonna take a basic screwdriver. So you guys see, I wanna stop this. I'm gonna take a basic screwdriver, and I'm sure Nick wants me to give him some credit for this idea to add a screw in here to stop it versus trying to take the whole thing back up and make a stopper. So I just want to make it like flush with the lock, and boom, there you go. It's not coming out, it's in. Next up, I'm gonna write something on here, probably something easy like ABC. I have a liquid chalk marker. I couldn't find the blue and green one, so orange will have to do. So boom, everything else is stuck on. Last thing, Mod Podge. Alright guys, so This is the finished product, pretty much. I've been trying to find a box cutter or the X-Acto knife to cut off this little sliver of picture, but you know what? It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Everything is functional. The light switch works. I will say that I kind of do wish we had painted the plywood, because the Mod Podge is matte on top of here, and so although you can't lift any letters, which is awesome because Ash certainly will try to, you can just tell exactly where I placed the Mod Podge. So keep that in mind when you do yours. But like I said, everything's functional and it's pretty much just ready for him to go. This little gear thing, y'all, I really hope it works out, because I had the worst time trying to make that work. But yeah, so this is it. All right, guys, moment of truth. Ash, come look. What you got here? What you got? Fruit.
Listen up, please.
I'm interested. All right, guys. So my bun, I've been grilling today, so excuse the hair. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We have like some meal preps coming down the pipeline, some more toddler toy ideas, engaging toddler ideas, some home improvement DIY things and stuff like that. So please stay tuned. We are excited to show you guys what is coming up in this new season. Bye, guys.